Whoop. Hello.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi,
I said
hi.
we were ready, and then I had a mouthful of sweets, and I'm not ready. But
Good.
hi
Good
everyone.
work.
Ready enough.
I hope you've all had a lovely holiday. Merry Christmas to those who celebrated, and good Boxing Day. Because I mean, what do you really do on Boxing Day? What is that about?
You
Eat
just eat leftovers.
turkey sandwiches. Yeah.
That's about it.
Is that was it ever supposed to be like a religious thing? Is it the day you get rid of all the boxes with your presents and stuff?
I don't know. America doesn't do Boxing Day, so
Oh,
I didn't even hear about it for a long time. Kind of like the Christmas crackers. Just like, oh, they must have a boxing match or something. I don't know.
Traditionally, it was employers handing out presents to their employees, according to
Oh.
Google, not myself.
well, where the fuck has that gone?
I know, right? Damn.
I suppose no one tries to work on that day, so the Boxing Day employees get out of it. Okay,
Their gift to
gonna
us now
play-
is to give us the day off.
exactly. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons.
What?
That's
not what I signed up for.
Wait a second. I thought this was fate. Am I right? So what we're doing is we're not going to do a Christmassy episode because we missed a day. Oh no, how terrible! It's not Christmas anymore. Oh. But we will do our prompts like we usually do. We're doing.
Says you.
one
You
of-
haven't seen my makeup yet. I'm not finished with it mostly, but I'm almost finished.
We are using. We're adapting one of Malkavir's prompts slightly, just to make it a little bit more concise for our particular players. You have found a Fey folk doing something distasteful, and by stopping them, you have been cursed. What bespoke curse were you given? So, what individual custom-made curse was handed to you specifically for interrupting this Fey creature? So, we're going to try and come up with something funny, or whimsical, or horrible. I don't know. That is specifically for your character. Okay. Fantastico. We'll also do a little bit of a recap of what happened last time. Last time, our characters were about to set off on the road, but before that, they had to do a little bit of rest and digest, I guess, relaxation,
Rest and
recuperation, whilst Haiku was recovering from finishing the Tome of Clear Thought, no longer being a big grumpy turtle. We had Nerly finally come around from her phone is never on loud.
Oh.
Let's turn that off. We had Nerly come away from her amnesia. Hallelujah. And she's come back to us. Now we can understand all the different dreams and whatnot she's been having as well. And she's got full access to all of her abilities. Not that she didn't before, but now it's more of a she's conscious of what's going on. Surprise, it's a musical episode.
My dream.
It's a Christmas musical.
I should have make sure the music is playing. Just have a nice little day-to-day playlist playing. There you go. Music has started. Oh, background ambiance is a little bit intense in your ear holes. Make sure to adjust those levels if you need to. So we've got Nerly back. That's fantastic. We've got a less grumpy version of Haiku. That's lovely. Randall had a spooky dream in which the book that he's recently procured, well, I guess it wasn't spooky, it was a mysterious dream, opened upon a kind of a magical command phrase being said, and in so doing unleashed there's all kinds of fantastical knowledge, and upon waking, Randall immediately spoke those words, and began to realize that every single page, every time you turned a page, was a new incredible story. Fictional, non-fictional, historical, we had everything. And it seems to be this incredible grimoire filled with goodies specifically for Randall. Because of that, Randall now gets advantage on any history check whilst that book is in their possession. Fantastico. What else did we do? We left. Went outside on the road. You guys were finally going to get out of there. Finally, after leaving some money with the barkeep for Lest and Julia, very kindly paying for some of their rooms for a couple of days. And whilst on the road, you bumped into Prince Tobias Greyhide and Raish, who appeared to be some kind of fey, ursine creature, prince, royalty, who was traveling on what they referred to as their walk of the yesteryear, that these bear folk must travel for a year in bear form and bring back something valuable to the court of the Ursine royalty in the Feywild. Unfortunately, they've had no luck, and they found you guys on the road and thought maybe you guys would be interested in trading, huh? Maybe a little bit of trade. Which, I've got to have this on. You on random shuffle? As much as I love Roll20, I will say I'm having some difficulty using the audio stuff recently because I can click the shuffle thing and it will be like, "Where? Have you clicked me?" And I can click pause. Oh, now you shuffle.
You got to pause and then shuffle. You can only shuffle while it's paused.
Like this. All right, we're doing Peaceful Harp now. There you go. And you poked about, managed to find something on Haiku's backpack or backpack shell to trade. What was it you traded again? I can't remember. But regardless, you gave it away for what looked like a branch, a stick with some bells on it that appeared to jingle specifically for different creatures within a certain area. If they were close enough, the bells would ring and you'd be conscious of their presence, which is a very handy magical item, really. Quite nice.
Yeah.
It is.
It was the spyglass that you could see the astral plane every time you blink. Yes, that is whimsical.
Never the same place.
Never the same place. Very
Yep.
good. Well, you traded that away, so you no longer have that, but you do have this branch. You also said that you were off to go hunt a dragon, and Raish, speaking for Tobias Greyhide, said something to the effect of, I mean, we don't go killing any old dragons. Hopefully this dragon is one that deserves to be killed. To which you replied, I mean, we've heard that it's been making trouble. So we're going to go hunt it. Fantastic. You then finally arrived at Stagstead's, which you know very little about, but as you got nearer and nearer to the settlement there, some purple dragon knights came out of the bushes wearing plated armor with all their regalia and brought some pikes down in front of you and said, "Halt, travelers, go no further." So that's what happened last game. Anything I missed? Did I miss anything? No? Okay.
I think so.
Well, then we'll start with our promptorinos. Once again, you found a fey folk doing something distasteful, and by stopping them, you have been cursed. What is the bespoke curse for your character? Let's start off with Nerly.
So I feel like a bespoke curse that would be annoying to Nerly would be that she actually ends up having really mean thoughts about people when she meets them and is like compelled. She cannot do it, but is like compelled to speak those really mean thoughts. And so she always has to like fight herself when meeting somebody new to not like say these really mean things about them. That
Bless
sounds like something a
Nerly.
fae would do.
That seems like a very particular Nerly curse.
Mm-hmm.
Bless her heart. Okay, that's a good one. Moving swiftly on, Haiku. What would be a good curse for Haiku?
The items on their shell randomly rearrange themselves.
Oh, I love that.
Fall off.
Oh,
Oh,
know, go
I
to
can
grab
feel-
your trusty traffic cone, and it's not where you left it. Somewhere else.
Ah.
It's like the spyglass, but for your shell. Every time you look at it, it's in a different order.
I like that. That's a very good one. Damn. Damn, what a good bespoke curse. Okay, Randall.
So I'm going to link it into a previous question, which was what's your character allergic to? And Randall is allergic to real feathers or real quills, which is really awkward. But the reason he's allergic to them is because he got cursed. And it's not a normal curse though. It just makes him sneeze a lot. But he also has to announce that he's allergic to the quill right before he sneezes every time. Which is now why he uses synthetic quills. I'm allergic to quills. Achoo.
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 Damn, that's really good. I like that a lot. Oh, Katie looking Christmassy over here.
Yeah.
Looking festive. Hi, Rain.
Hey, Rain.
Does he sneeze when he sees sunlight?
No, nobody does that. That sounds crazy.
That's very weird. Very unusual. How about Oro?
Oro enjoys popcorn a lot, so I think her curse would be every piece of popcorn she eats, she gets stuck in her teeth. Like those little bits get stuck in her teeth every time.
That's the worst one.
Is it worth it at that point?
Exactly.
Wow. Those are good. Those are very good curses. You guys came up with some really good great curses. The popcorn shell, yeah, just that's
Yeah, I hate that.
that's really rough.
Quite properly popped. No.
That's really rough. Okay, well,
Just get rid
very
of your
good
teeth.
job.
You're right. It's not. You're right.
I enjoyed that a lot. Those were some good answers for our prompt today. If you guys think that you can come up with good prompts to test that theory, motherfuckers.
If you think you can
See
do
if we
better,
pick it.
prove
You
it.
think you
Yeah.
can do better? It's very
You
difficult
can.
to come up with a prompt that can be succinct and give coax out a potentially good answer from all of our characters, but I suppose also our players. If our players aren't interested in those questions, then it makes it tough. Gotta try and
Sometimes it's not
find
that we're
stuff
not
that's-
interested. It's just
Yeah.
that we're like, I don't know.
Yeah, it can be really difficult. So I mean, try your hand at it. Right. Let's move on to our characters. Let's move on to our characters. In front of you are two guardsmen, clad in armor and the regalia of the Purple Dragon Knights. Their pikes downwards, pointed towards you. It's late in the evening now, and you were looking for somewhere to rest your heads. Who
What's the
speaks
place
first?
that we're supposed to meet them to kill the dragon?
Weymouth.
Not
You're a
here
couple
yet,
days
it's a
out.
bit further on.
Aren't you all supposed to be at Weymouth?
Who are you that thinks they know our movements so readily?
One of the people that is going to come help you in Weymouth?
You must be speaking of the dragon hunt.
Yeah.
There are many of the knights that we don't all go to hunt the dragon. We are required to keep peace in the kingdom.
Oh, is that why you need help with it?
We do not need help defeating the dragon. It is a way for adventurers and your ilk to show yourselves, to prove yourselves worthy of joining our ranks.
Oh.
Sounds a bit lazy to me.
No, we're never getting in here.
Well, you have not found yourselves to Weymouth, but you must continue on the road.
Well,
Can't
we're
we rest
hoping
here
could-
for the night?
Yeah.
Well, this is not some common tavern or inn. There is no way for you to. Wait, let me stay where you are, Frederick. keep them where they are. And he kind of steps away. You can see that he pulls out of his pocket a smooth and round stone. and he speaks into it for a couple of
Pretend to
seconds.
speak to someone.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yep.
That's hello.
Oh, sorry,
it's a-
boss says.
it's a
Boss
s-
says you can't.
It's a
Frederick's.
sending stone.
Yes. Or it's a really good way for him to make you Frederick's problem for a second.
Hmm.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, what? You need us elsewhere? Oh, terrible.
A power
but
cut.
he-
Oh.
Power cut. But he returns a couple seconds later. We, are you adventurers for hire?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could find yourselves in good stead with us here. No pun intended, with Stagsteads being the name of our settlement. This is it's a hunting lodge.
Oh.
It's a royal hunting lodge. This is not a small village or a hamlet or a town that you can merely rent out a room in.
Oh.
However, if you were to fix a problem that we have, we could come to some kind of arrangement. You could sleep on the property somewhere. You'd be paid on completion of the quest.
What problem do you have?
If you were to confirm that you were interested, I'd be happy to share that information, but it's not really my job. I think really you should meet with our war wizard.
Well, I'd be reticent to agree to something that we wouldn't be able to do. If we don't know what it is, how can we agree?
I mean, agree that you are interested in it, and I will escort you to meet our war wizard.
Mhm.
Otherwise, if you
Oh.
have no interest in taking part in any kind of questing here, whilst you are on your travels to Weymouth, you can get back on the road.
Well, we're always interested in helping.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Follow me, my colleague, down this path. We're a few minutes away from the property, and he's not very good at small talk. He kind of points over to Fred, and you can see that Fred has been giving you daggers this entire time. Whilst this other gentleman has clearly kind of relaxed a little bit, and he's brought his pike up whilst he's been talking to you, Fred has just had the spike down. You can relax, Fred. I'm sure they're fine at this pace anyway. Please
We
follow
know-
me.
Garrus.
You know who?
Garrus Sariel.
Garius Sariel.
Yeah.
You know him.
Mm-hmm. I just didn't want him to think that we were trouble. She points at Frederick.
Oh, How do you know him? Everyone knows him, but you know him?
We've helped him several times. He gave my friend, and she points over at Randall, like, show them your, yeah.
Can you give me this?
You have a constal talisman? I'm so sorry. Please come with us. We'll take you straight to the property immediately. Frederick, these are VIPs. Come on now. Oh, Gary Sariel, huh? Is he great in person too? I've
He's
heard
very
everything about him.
nice.
He's just yeah.
He's dreaming.
Literally answers so quickly.
Wow. I mean, I've been reading this fan fiction that someone's been publishing, and it's top quality. I mean,
really?
I'm just
What's a fan fiction?
it's these stories that are written about him. I'm not sure all of it's true because it gets a little bit steamy in places. But that Garius. Man, it's good stuff though. Highly recommend. Its name is.
Shit, I can't remember if I made a pseudonym for it. What did I make a pseudonym for myself?
Oh my god, you're the one who wrote that. I forgot.
We need to think of a pseudonym that's like the opposite
Oro
of
with 2
Oro.
R's.
No.
Oh, I thought you were asking for the title of the book.
I was asking for the title of the book, but I'll take
Oh,
I'll
shit,
take
I don't
the
remember that
I'll
either.
take the pseudonym either. Either is fine. If anyone wants to help us, we are helping Oro
With a purple dragon for a night. Haha. Look out
Oro
the
has
gay.
been writing on the down low
Yeah.
some erotic fan fiction about Garius Sariel, who is a very well-known, famous, and super good-looking purple dragon knight. Rise of the Dragon as the title. That's a little
Oh
bit,
my
that's a little bit
God.
sexy. Oh my god!
Lol,
Okay.
yeah, I like
A
it.
little bit of.
Bit of morning dragon.
Oh.
Okay, Rise of the Morning Dragon is what it's called.
Rise of the Morning Dragon. I like that. I like that. Okay, okay. And we need a pseudonym because Oro doesn't want this.
The pseudonym is
necessarily
Oro
to-
backwards.
Oro.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how good is Oro at thinking of a pseudonym?
With
I feel
the
like-
capital O at the end, not the front.
Yeah.
Would Oro
Yeah.
have told us about this and asked for help on the pseudonym?
Yes, probably. You're probably yeah.
I feel like we would have all come up with something together that would have been funny. Then maybe like an anagram of his name or something. I'll work on it. 1 second.
Sariel.
Yeah.
Okay, well, regardless, he says, "Oh, it's called the Rise of the Morning Dragon," and oh my god, you guys, you guys being close friends with Gary Sariel, maybe it wouldn't be appropriate for you to read it. It's because it gets
It's steamy.
a little bit steamy, but just good stuff. Gary,
Good book.
he's cool though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he really as good looking as they say? I've not met him before. It's just I've seen photos. I've seen paintings. Photos.
Photo paintings.
I've seen paintings and
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh.
Let's see.
Well, soon enough, after some chatting about your fan fiction, you
Ariel
arrive-
Sargius.
Sargius.
That's what Ariel Sargius.
No, Ariel Sargius.
Oh, Ariel. Okay, I thought that was otherwise a little bit too similar. Okay. Well, he leads you up to a large lodge. You can see that there are some candles flickering in the window. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop you onto the map for it. Oh, thump.
Dropped into the harp.
Oh, our health is all back to normal now, right? It shouldn't be at that anymore.
It should be all back
it
in normal,
should
yeah.
be all refilled.
Okay.
Oops.
So you are led up this this small kind of these steps of what otherwise is quite a grand manse. You can see at least 2 stories to it. It's very honestly, you would have expected more from what has been described to you as a royal hunting lodge. But peering through the front windows, you can already see that there is these kind of antechambers, these front rooms here that have once again another wonderfully whimsical self-playing piano that you can see if you were peering through the windows as you were walking up on the right room there. And sure enough, if you look into the left room, you can see this massive tusked boar that is taxidermied by the look of it. And you are brought into the house proper. You see that there are some more guards that are standing to attention now that they've seen you walk up the pathway. Although as you arrived, you could kind of see that they were definitely either asleep or playing cards. I'm gonna mostly just use Randall's token as I walk through the house, just to show you where you're going.
Good.
You step to the front doors. You are eventually brought through the room that has the musical self-playing piano, and into this large room here that seems to have some kind of ball game on a felt table in the center of it. 2 large sitting chairs next to a fireplace with a moose's head mounted atop it. Where there is a crackling fire, which is nice to bring you in from the slightly chilly night outside. In the armchair by the fire, drinking from a short glass, is someone that you can recognize as a wizard simply by their attire, because apparently war wizards really like to kind of demonstrate their wizardliness. And in this case, he's got this big long robe. In this case, it's a very kind of muted brown, but you can see that he's got these kind of straps that go across his chest, whilst underneath he's wearing a nice white shirt. You can see that it's like finely filigreed down the center. He's also got these kind of leather straps underneath that have multiple wands slotted into it. It's just like an ammo belt of wands down his front.
Chain linked wands.
But otherwise, his robe is like kind of loosely flowing as he's just kind of sat there drinking from his glass, slowly sipping occasionally, staring into the fire as you step through the door with your entourage of Purple Dragon Knights that lead you in there. And he says, Mr. Bindlebap, you've got some guests here, some adventurers, perhaps, that might be able to help with our problem. I thought you might want to talk to them. They say that they know Garius Sariel. That in itself seems to be, and this one's holding what appears to be an old Constable's talisman. I thought that in itself would be worth your attention. Please let me know if we need to escort them from the property. And he stands up. He's got a little bit of a sway on him, and you see that he has a prosthetic leg. And he kind of turns to you and says, "Yes, hello, Christopher Bindlebap. At your pleasure." Yes. And he puts his hand out to be kissed.
Would I know? That's what they like. I don't know how accustomed I am to customs.
I mean,
Tell
me.
I feel like probably reasonably. Maybe Randall's idea of it though is all a bit like it's too much. It's like too overblown because he's just read it from like the perspective of like ridiculous stories where it's all like way over.
Do you want to roll me a history check?
Didn't Garius kiss somebody's hand? Was it Oro's or mine?
Possibly.
I think
It's
he did.
probably yours. I don't think it was mine.
I think he did it as part of the calming emotions
Yeah,
thing.
because of the moon. That's what it was.
We got a 19, this cheeky advantage that you're going to have forever.
Yes.
You, under no circumstances, so it was from what you're aware of the hierarchy of the Purple Dragon Knights, is that the War Wizards are quite high up. They're well respected, and it is a position of power within the Purple Dragon, or within the kind of hierarchy. They're kind of separate from the Purple Dragon Knights. And whilst they might have kind of, in many cases, they would be respected by the Purple Dragon Knights and they would have to defer to them, they're not royalty in any meaning of the words. They're not even remotely. And under no circumstances has anyone gone to kiss a War Wizard's hand. Either perhaps this gentleman is some kind of noble, but the position of War Wizard is not even remotely close to requiring that kind of attention.
I feel like the pressure of the situation will probably get to Randall and he'll just do it anyway.
Okay, right. Well, you go. You give him a peck on the hand. He says, "Yes, it's a pleasure to meet someone. What a wonderful." He kind of comes over to you and just grabs your talisman from outside your clothes. Oh yeah, has gone. You've slotted in some gems, have you? Some stones of your own into the constant talisman.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Very good indeed.
Do I need to do an insight check to know this guy's drunk?
No.
Am
He seems
I
to have been
drunk
at
from
some.
the breath?
I mean, you can smell it on his breath quite clearly. I mean, he doesn't seem. His demeanor doesn't look in any means like he's. It looks like he's probably had too much to drink, and it's made him a little bit sleepy, and
enough.
wobbly. He's. You look down at the kind of the table between the two chairs there, and you can see that there are two other glasses that are also empty, which is wasteful, really. But regardless, he's got them down there. Perhaps he just can't hold his drink. Either way, he seems to be quite infatuated with your talisman. Where did you get this?
Wait, Carius gave it to me, right?
You got the talisman, this whole talisman from Gary's.
Yeah.
That is incorrect. You did not get it from Gary's.
No, wait.
I thought we did get the talisman
No,
from
he
Garius.
gave you a. So you've got two
No, this came
kind
from
of
the
slotted
character.
gems in it that have allowed you to customize it and like, give it
Oh, he gave me one of
augment it.
those, didn't he? He gave me
Yeah,
the...
he gave you the one that allows you to heal.
That's right.
The talisman itself you found in, I think it was Caspian's Cache or in the sewers
Yes.
underneath Nesmith. Specifically the ones underneath your house.
Okay, Nurley literally like got confused then.
Okay. It was like literally fucking first session. Like it was a long
Yeah, it was a
fucking time ago.
long... It was
It was a
back.
super long time ago. Don't worry about it. He just kind of swears that.
My-
So it's,
Oh.
he gave you this.
Well, it was he gave me the one of the gems for it. I inherited it. I inherited the talisman, I think.
That's bloody kind of him, isn't it? You inherited it.
Mhm.
Who was it? Who did you inherit it from?
Caspian Kiddenshire. He was a purple dragon knight.
I suppose I'm no archivist. I don't remember that name, but it could be anyone. Maybe it's before my time. There should have plenty of purple dragon knights. Very few of them have get the constal talisman. No, it's great deeds for that kind of thing. You should be very blessed to have one.
I am. It's very useful.
That's why. Well, perhaps one day we'll see someone else wearing such a medallion other than Gary Sariel, who is doing a fine job. Some more fine young adventurers will step up. Take it. Just take it from being so good. Being so good at killing.
Well, that's
Mostly
not all
it's-
adventurers do.
It's mostly killing. No, it's not.
Uh,
We need you to do some killing.
But is that the problem you're having right now? Is that you need something?
Well, yeah. So as you see, this is a very fine hunting lodge. This is very fine indeed. The issue with the very fine hunting lodge is that, unfortunately, it was positioned there many centuries ago by some of the Overscare family, but they put it here in a dangerous area, and the hunting it's not really happening a lot. Not many of the royals come out. Slipping into Prince Charles. Not many of the royals come out and hunt. So you put a hunting lodge where lots of hunting needs to be done, and then you don't do any hunting, it gets dangerous. Sometimes the population overspills.
Oh.
Monsters everywhere.
What do you need hunted?
Well, you see, we had some adventurers like you. He pops Randall on the head. I had some adventurers like you, and they fucking sucked.
That's unfortunate.
It is, yes. Well, I mean, I don't know where they've gone. Probably dead. Probably dead. It's terrible.
Terrible.
But you seem like blessed folk, fanciful folk, that you've been given such a boon. You are very well known with Gary Sariel. I met him at a ball once. Very nice gentleman, good looking.
He is very nice.
I didn't give me a gem for my constant talisman.
Oh, do you have one?
I'm not a purple dragon knight.
Oh.
I was just very fancy. It's one day. Maybe. No, I don't want one. I've got a cushy job here. I just sit on my ass and I drink a little bit too much brandy
No.
most of the time.
No.
It's very good. They say, Christopher Biddlebap, have you been at the brandy again? I say, yes.
Oh, what a life.
It's a good one. Unfortunately, my responsibilities are used few and far between. The current reigning monarchs aren't that keen on hunting. You see, many decades ago, generations in fact, Queen Jalas Huntsilver, when she was the queen, she's no longer the queen, but she was the queen at the time. She said, no more hunting for the fun of it. You only hunt for when there is danger and something needs a hunting. So people's lives saving.
What do you need us to hunt?
Well, we had a party of young adventurers go off and try and hunt. We have a bug infestation, not a little bug infestation. You see, it's a rather large bug infestation. There are beetles, I think. Beetles, large beetles.
How large are these beetles?
Well, I think you'd probably say you size, and he points towards Haiku.
They've
Oh,
got a
that's a
shell
big
as well,
beetle.
sort of.
Oh.
Maybe a bit bigger than you, actually.
Think you
Maybe
could
two
infil-
U's.
You could infiltrate their ranks, Haiku. Pretend to be one of them.
This becomes a spy mission.
Well, actually, it's
Craft
funny
two
that you
extra legs.
say about being sneaky here. And there's a good idea. You see, we are certain they've got a bloody nest.
Oh. It's terrible.
You see, we sent the previous adventurers off with some booms, some explosives. I personally find it to be a bit abhorrent because I've got magic. So when I want an explosion, I make one with spells.
So why did
Using
you...
my arcane knowledge and skills, I conjure up a fireball and I decimate my enemies with the raw power of my craft.
So can you come with us then? Because that sounds really
Nope.
useful.
See, I am not a hunter and I'm a bit drunk. And I suspect I'll be drunk tomorrow.
Ah.
Are these beetles dangerous?
Yes.
What do they do?
Well, I mean, nothing yet. We live fairly away from people. But I concern that they may overrun our lodge in time if they are not kept well gotten.
Okay.
Why have you not just like sent the guards out?
Obviously, they're not hunters.
Right.
Well, I mean, technically we're not hunters either.
Sir, you listen to me here. Listen to me here. What happens if you take all the guards away from a place you're guarding?
Unguarded.
It's unguarded. She's brilliant.
Thank you.
It is our duty to guard. And if we stop guarding, it is the opposite of guarded. So we must petition travelers that seem capable and pay them for their services.
What is the payment for the services?
That's a fantastical job. Just usual adventuring guild prices. That's way below your pay grade.
Thank you.
Big time below your pay grade. The adventuring guild usually covers low level adventuring, so it's kind of like levels kind of 1 through 5 will do adventuring guild stuff. So it comes up on the board. It'll be kill a giant rat. You'll go off and you'll get paid 50 gold pieces or whatever, which for you is a bit of a piss take at this stage. You're used to being paid anything from 500 to 1,500 for your services.
It sounds like that's attracting the wrong kind of adventure, though. Because we typically we work for a bit more than that, because we've got a lot of experience with, well, lots of stuff.
Tell me about your experience.
Well, I mean, we just fought a bunch of gargoyles and weird tank bread monster things.
Tank bread?
Tank
Mhm.
bread?
Not like sandwich
a loaf,
monsters.
Not like a loaf. No. They're like from a tank with goop in it. Goop monsters.
Goop monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, those. Yeah.
Sounds bloody terrible.
It was some wizard who had died but had come back to life.
Oh, you killed a wizard
again.
But he
Wasn't
was
anyone I know?
I hope not.
That was from my alma mater. Those fucking fobs.
He was taking people and putting them in vats that erase their memory and turn them into husks.
Mm-hmm. One of your close friends, maybe?
I don't know. I wouldn't know anyone by the name of Husk. So you'll take your adventuring fees of the guild? Or no?
No.
Ah. Bloody hell. Well, what is your fee then?
Get our accountant books out.
Yeah.
It's anywhere between 500 gold and 1,000 gold.
Oh! How about 501 gold?
How many beetles do you want exterminated?
Well, if you think of it this way, what if how much would I need to pay you if I asked you to take a box from one place and put it in another place?
But the other place, is it a dangerous place, the other place?
It might be. Doesn't need to be. It might be a dangerous place. What if you were to take box A and put it into position Z?
Sounds very far away.
Yes,
Well,
I did. It was
how
quite
about
long
we
in the
phrase
alphabet.
this? How much do you want this done?
Medium.
So you're happy we could just walk away then?
I thought we wanted to stay here tonight.
Oh!
Randall elbows
Oh! Oh, you need someone to stay with you. Adventurous.
No, we sleep on the road all the time.
You can get you a nice road to sleep on.
I'm sorry, my memory was erased as part of that thing, and it's come back, but things seem to be a little fuzzy.
We're serious adventurers.
Oh, you're not silly adventurers.
No.
I'm very serious about your job.
Mhm.
Very well. I say you can sleep in the servants' quarters, and I'll pay you 499 gold pieces.
Ah.
I just 501. I said 501 before. Servants place in 501 gold pieces.
The servant's
We
place?
want full use of the ball game on the table as well.
Oh, please.
Do you have like a guest room, like a fancy guest room?
You say no one comes here, so it's not like we'd be intruding.
Yeah.
You are intruding upon me.
What, sitting on your
Well-
own in front of a fire, drinking?
Yes, I've got a room to sleep in. There are only rooms for the royals, which you certainly cannot go into. Rooms for me, the guards, and the servants.
Where will the servants sleep?
Well, that's
We're there.
on you, really, isn't it? They'd have to snuggle up.
Well, we'll sort something out. Make it 600 and you got a deal.
I think I could do 600. 600 golden pieces, servants' quarters, and you will get these bugs dead.
Yep.
Excellent. I sent in an adventuring squad before with some explosives to take to the bottom of the nest. Once there, all you must do is light the fuse and not be there when it blows up. Ah? You don't even need to kill anything. You've just got to walk in, put a box down, walk slightly quickly out.
You've never
Probably
actually
very
You've never
quickly.
done any adventuring, have you?
I'm a war wizard, sir. I've
Mhm.
war wizarded.
And yes, with your brandy.
I've wizarded for war. That's much more impressive than adventuring.
Mm-hmm.
Fireball, I'd say. Ka-cha! Look at these. And he holds open his, his robe where you can see his ammo belt of wands. Ah?
Oh, jeez.
It's a
Look at the
lovely
sea.
collection you've got there.
Isn't it? Ah, well, they're all loaded and ready to go.
Oh. Efficient.
He winks at you.
But you won't use them. Help us.
Oh, I'll use it to defend our country, our
From beetles?
royalty.
From beetles.
Well, they don't need it just yet. This is preemptive.
It's a deterrent more.
Ah. This person's very clever.
Can we go take care of the beetles now?
Well, I mean, you can, but it's quite late in the evening.
Oh, should we do it in the morning?
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it now if you like.
No,
I
I
was
don't
going
wanna
to
fight
let you
beetles in
sleep.
the dark.
Does it matter?
Possibly.
Yes,
Depends-
you shouldn't
depends on
need to
what
fight the
beetle.
beetles.
I've done this enough.
Okay, we'll go to sleep then.
The darkness would let us be sneakier potentially if we wanted to avoid conflict. And with
I-
ourselves looking at us
I'll
like
But
admit,
don't-
it may be better for you to not fight an entire nest of the bugs. They tend to mobilize, as I'm aware, once they've been made aware of awarity. So you want to not aware them.
Right.
Then maybe we should go then.
can't wear them as easy when it's not light.
Ah?
Okay, let's do it now then.
I mean, the darkness makes a difference to me anyway, so.
You see, we sent them in the general direction of the lair, though I don't have its exact coordinates. but they did some tracking, and I think that should be fairly easy if anyone's good at tracking.
I can do.
He is.
Oh,
Can I do tracking things? I think. Is that what?
I mean, you're a ranger, so it's
Yeah, I
within
can
your
just
skill
track
kit. But whether or not you're proficient in survival will indicate how good you are at it.
I'm not proficient in survival.
Okay, so it's in your skill kit, but it's not your forte.
Mhm. Have you got any other things we should know? How long does it take the bomb to go off when you've lit it?
I suppose that depends on how long the fuse is still. I don't know if they made the fuse different.
Okay.
Oh, is the box? Are we gonna have to find it on the way?
Well, that depends on I suspect it's probably next to or inside of the lair.
How many were in the other adventuring party?
Oh, maybe 5-ish.
Okay.
Maybe a week and a half ago or something similar to that.
Oh. That doesn't sound good.
But we didn't let them sleep in the servants' quarters.
Well, they didn't make it to the servants' quarters, did they?
They did die. Probably. They might not be dead. Maybe they ran off with the explosives.
What are we gonna do if we don't find the explosives?
Kill a lot of bugs. Very big bugs. Maybe 1 second. You kind of sways a little bit as he gets over to a bookcase. Pulls out. There's a particular shelf that, whereas all the other books are very well dusted and cared for, and like in immaculate order of height, perfectly by spine. This one shelf just has a kind of like mishmash of notes and small journals. And he brings out one of his notepads and he just starts flicking through it. They are called Mumber dogs. 1 second.
Every time he like licks his finger and touches the paper, I look over at Randall to see if he's reacting.
So like a permanent look of disgust.
They're called Umber Hulks. I don't know much about them apart from that they're very big bugs.
Well, do I know anything about them?
Give me a nature or arcana check.
Both of those suck, so let's go with nature.
Nope. You are pretty sure that they are very large bugs. You've heard that somewhere.
I think they
Can't quite
probably got
place where it
6
was.
legs.
Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe they do.
Can someone else also do a nature check?
Yep. If anyone else would like to do a nature check, they can
think
do
I
so.
actually-
We'll take one more nature check. You're welcome to have help from someone.
Ooh, I can guidance somebody, but I have a 0 nature.
Mine's 1.
Guidance.
Pulling out the big guns.
Uh,
Oh, mine's 4.
I could do it.
Oh, guide.
All that int. So int.
Some
If you're going to be
int.
helped by someone, you'll also have advantage.
I'll help.
Oh.
How many
I'll
now
help
bugs
roll a
again.
d4.
Did you say an arcana check instead? A lot better.
I did, but it's too late now.
add a d4 because I guidance you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
14.
Can you flash of inspiration someone's help?
It's not a save. I can't do it.
So you have some tidbits. You've heard of about some fellow adventurers that you met at a pub once. We're talking about fighting Umber Hulks. You know that they are kind of chitinous. You know that they've got large mandibles. You know that they are not small.
Yeah, these are certainly some big bugs. Large beetles,
Mhm.
some might say.
Okay.
So avoid. Is your branch going to be a problem?
Oh.
I think
it's
you
not-
have to choose to use that, don't you?
I think
It's
to be
so.
fair,
it's got bells on it though, doesn't
You
it?
could argue that everything on their shell is a problem.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's quite loud. At least in my
Yeah,
head,
the
I imagine
cymbals,
it's constantly
drum
making
kit.
noise.
Jump
Xylophone.
kit symbol. Xylobone.
The xylophone.
Especially when it's windy.
And just to make sure that we know as much as we can before we go, you said that these are dangerous because
Because they're big bugs. And they will eventually, take over quite a lot of territory,
okay.
endangering the lodge itself and potentially going unchecked in a large area. If they
Okay.
go far enough, then they will be able to attack travelers on the road. It's no good at all.
Okay. Well, should we go?
Yeah.
Adventurers ahoy!
You
Is that
coming
what
with
you
us?
say? No, no, God, no.
Hmm.
No.
I
This
miss
place
out on all the
needs
fun.
a guard, and I need another brandy.
I don't think you do.
Huh? Skadoodle? Skedaddle?
With skadoodling, whichever
Okie
way you said to
dokie.
go.
All right, I'll give you some directions. It's about 3 leagues north. Is that... No. It's probably about an hour north.
Oh.
About that. If you take this traveling, this small meandering path that goes along the western side of the fence of the outer perimeter, and you follow it around the small stream that you'll find there, listen to the doves calling, cuckoo. Oh, it's night time. Just follow the fence up after leaving on the west exit, along the perimeter all the way to the north, because there's no northern path. Once you get there, you'll hear a stream. Follow the stream. Once you get through the stream, just keep going until you find some adventurer remains. Probably, or if you look, if I were you, I'd follow the bugs, like their bits. They fall off sometimes.
Oh.
Oh.
Have a look for those.
Okay.
Follow them as you can. Look for any old hole, cave or something.
Okay.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
You guys sure you want to
Okay.
do this now? Should we?
I was thinking, if it's underground, then they probably aren't going to have any trouble seeing in the dark, right?
That's what that's what I thought.
Let's just go in the morning.
Okay.
We could go early in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that.
Oh, you're not skedaddling.
No, we're gonna skedaddle to bed.
You're gonna snooze.
Skanoozle. Yes.
Sleep away.
Snooze. Okay. Huh?
And we'll do it in the morning.
Frederick, take them to the servants' quarters. Kick the servants out. They're sleeping like royal servants tonight.
They can stay. I'd sleep on the floor in there.
Oh, well, not for him then. He's very generously sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, I plan to sleep on the floor as well.
Oh.
What's the point? Okay, fine. Find them somewhere to sleep on the floor.
Just
Will
somewhere
anyone
inside.
join me for a round of snool? And he points towards the ball table.
Yes.
Snooker pool.
Snool.
Snool.
How many people can play?
15.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you're crazy enough. Usually just 2, but 15 were the way I play it.
But not 16.
Oof.
16 is too many.
You heard me.
I think I'll
Did I
just go to
stutter?
bed.
Very well. Nobody wants to take a little sippy whippy?
I'll play some snooker pool.
You want some? I didn't call it snooker ball. It's snookle.
Snore.
Stool. Yeah, I'll play, but I don't want anything to drink.
Oh, spoil sport. Here's one of the things. it's a ball bat, and you can have a racket.
Oh. Okay, great.
Right.
He
well,
pulls out a club.
Golf
He
club.
gets what would otherwise would be referred to as a golf club, and he stands on the table. It looks like what you would refer to as pool, except you can see it's a hexagonal table.
Sure.
It is.
That's an octagon, Tom.
No,
Shit.
yeah. X.
Octagonal.
Yeah. I counted 8 and then I said the wrong one.
I didn't look at it. I just took a shot in the dark. You can see that it's octagonal. So it's essentially the same game, but
Different
fuck it.
shape.
you know, but fantasy. So you guys have an evening of whether or not you enjoy it and stay up for longer. That's a-okay. But you do recognize that midway through the game that he is cheating.
Of course.
And not even remotely doing a good job of hiding it, though he is trying to be sneaky. He's using Mage Hand occasionally to help push the balls into the hole.
So just like do a curve, like
Yeah, whoa, and then just like this spectral hand just appears
trick
on the
shot.
table.
When I pick this up on this, I'll start using the telekinetic abilities.
Yeah,
Curve it
yeah. At this point, is Oro making any attempt to cheat in any way?
Yes, with Nugget. Nugget's distracting, and then Oro's moving it when they're not looking.
Okay, what I would like to do is I would like sleight of hand checks from both of you.
Okay.
Oro gets
shit.
advantage.
Oh, never mind then. Hell yeah.
Oro gets advantage because she's got the help of Nugget.
Oh.
Oh.
Telekinetic abilities don't need hands. What you want?
True.
That's the. I mean, he rolled his, but he's done it very obviously.
Hey, Canik.
Disadvantage
Hey,
for
Canik.
being drunk, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Okay. So you're all cheating.
Yes. Is Randall
Um,
there? Did Randall stay? I know Nerly went to
Yeah,
bed.
I'll play, but Randall wouldn't be cheating.
Oh, okay. I thought Randall was gone to bed. Randall wouldn't be cheating. Okay. Well, in which case, could you roll me a perception check, please?
Sure can. Oh, you probably don't see anything.
Yeah, you have no idea that anyone. The only person that you've noticed cheating, and it's not even cheating necessarily. You've just seen Haiku doing some real strenuous thinking. Some real strenuous thinking.
I just think
happens
everyone
to be after tapping the ball.
I just think everyone's just really good at the game, and Haiku is there like doing complex trigonometry to work out all the trajectories of everything.
There you go. So essentially what happens is that you guys play this snookle, whatever, I don't know, until, for a couple of hours. And Haiku, despite using their telekinetic powers, does not win. Simply because despite all of your efforts, Nugget has been taking out every ball that you've managed to successfully sink and taking it out and putting it back on the board and then lining it up perfectly for Oro's next shot to make it really easy for Oro to get it in.
Oh my
And
God,
you've been concentrating so hard because you know that he's cheating. So you've been concentrating so hard on him cheating that you didn't even notice that Oro was cheating.
The huge bats moving stuff
Yeah.
around.
Whereas the huge bat is just occasionally underneath the table, just coming up, going. And then, like, you see, after some time, you recognise that the felt has got a little bit soggy, but you can't really determine why.
Probably
Randall's got
brandy.
no idea. Randall just gets trounced by everybody and doesn't understand how he can do so poorly. And maybe I just don't get the rules, but you guys are doing amazing and I understand it. Whereas Christopher Bindlebap ends the evening quite frustrated and confused that he didn't win, despite obviously cheating. But he's had a jolly time with all of you. And we'll give inspiration to Oro.
No,
If they
already
have
has it.
Oh, bummer.
Nugget doesn't have it though. Can Nugget have inspiration?
No, Nugget cannot have inspiration.
No, I don't have inspiration.
Oh, but you're there.
And I'm
So
there.
your feet kicks in and you can steal someone else's inspiration if there is.
Just the like, I don't know. Like Randall has no idea any cheating is going on. He's just amazed by everyone's ability to play this game. And at some point he just like stops taking his turns and he just like steps back and just like it's just like watching this magic game unfold in front of him without realizing that everyone's cheating, and that's why it looks so great.
All right, fantastic. Well, you have a wonderful evening of some very competitive cheating snookel. You go to bed either on the floor or in your bed that's been freed up. There's a back room, and as you go past there, it's late in the evening at this point, and all the lights have been kind of put down to a flickering candle, if anything at all. You see that there's a big kind of diorama in this next room that you see. Bottom of the stairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
And you can see that there are some other. Oh, I can move you across.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I can't go over.
You can't.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
sorry.
trapped in and out
You
of
know what it
certain
is?
rooms.
Yeah.
No, what I've done is I've put doors in, and you're not allowed to go through the doors because of the
Help me.
dynamic lighting.
Put me in
Should be
there.
alright to move around it now.
Nope, I'm still trapped.
Yeah, you can't go through it. You have to go around it.
Oh, there's a door there. I see.
Yeah.
It. Okay.
Okay. So you see this incredible carved sculpture at the base of the house, as well as some more taxidermied animals, some of which you've never seen before, as well as some you are maybe more familiar with. But you are swiftly moved through this area into a kind of a back room that's kind of a lot more simply placed. It's not really decorated at all. You see there are some wooden chairs, some wooden bed frames, and a small kind of food preparation space. Though you can smell that there is some food, and you can hear the clanking of some pots and pans in one of the other rooms as you're moving through this building. You suspect that is not the servants' kitchen. You find yourselves into some beds and have a wonderful night's sleep. Are you doing anything in particular I need to know before you go to bed?
Nope.
No.
I'm changing some
content?
spells around that I have prepared.
Okay.
Where am I? No, I'm not.
Doing anything with your bell branch?
Nah.
No? You don't want to know all its abilities?
The time and a place for experimenting with stuff, Tom. And
What you need to do is you
servants'
can do a
quarters
rest.
of a hunting lodge is neither.
Okay. Yeah. What you can, or what I'm trying to suggest is that you can achieve, you can spend a long rest with it and learn its abilities.
Oh. Ah, go on then. This is the time and the place.
Okay.
Everyone is kept awake all night by you jingling the bells.
Oh, how Christmassy.
And that is a euphemism.
Oh no. It took him a second to got it.
Fucking hell. Well, anyway, you guys then go off to sleep, whether it be on the wooden floor or in someone else's bed. You wake up, and Haiku, you have done some kind of research
Dealing with the bells.
With the bells, yeah. And it is recognized as a bell branch. This implement is shaped like a tree branch and is strung with small golden bells. The branch is a spellcasting focus for your spells while you hold it. The branch has 3 charges, and it regains 1d3 expended charges every day at dawn. You can use the charges the following ways while holding it. As a bonus action, you can expend 1 charge to detect the presence of aberrations, celestials, constructs, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of you. If they are present and don't have total cover, the bells will ring softly, their tone indicating the creature that is present. Or you can, as an action, expend 1 charge to cast protection from evil and good. There is one stipulation to this, is that it is attunable only by warlocks or druids.
Oh.
Well, it's just like all the other shit on our show. Just
Great,
outright
apart
skip
from
eating
being able to
and
use
go straight to tinker.
Oh,
Pretty much all night.
So none of us can even use the figuring out if those things are nearby.
Correct, yeah.
Love it. That's perfect.
Yeah. I love that someone used their tinkering all night long.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect.
I think the fact that it's useless to us makes it even more haiku-ish.
Yeah. This is how one of us ends up with 1 level in like a druid or a warlock so that we can use the bell.
Totally worth.
100% worth. 100% worth. Okay. Right. So yes, unfortunately, that magical item is not usable by anyone in your party at the moment. And therefore it is a perfectly equal trade for the item that you gave away. Whilst you thought you were getting something that would be very good, unfortunately it is useless to you, other than the novelty of having it. And I mean, really, it's still a valuable trading item. You could give that to someone else, you could sell it to someone probably for a fair amount.
Or I could take a level in Warlock next. Who knows?
Or Druid, you want to become a Druid? Oh, goodness gracious.
What a dichotomy that would be, druid and artificer, whatever y'all call it. I always say artificer, and everybody's like, the what? And I'm like,
artificer. I like that though. Artificer.
It sounds better, right? That's why my brain.
Artificier.
Yeah,
artificier. Artificier. Oh yes, I want artificier. Nature's tinkerer. I like that, but additionally, think of like the wildcraft stuff that Rangers can do, that kind of stuff.
That the Mapox can do in Humblewood, the Scroungecraft. Oh, it's so cute.
Okie dokie.
Hero.
Herp.
I was like,
Herp.
what?
Go to herp. That's a good joke. There's so few people who will appreciate it.
I knew you'd appreciate it, Tom.
Okay. Right. Well, you rest comfortably enough, or uncomfortably if you're on the floor. Although the hours that you get will allow you all of your spell slots and whatever to be regained, and no exhaustion levels, which is most important. And you wake up to some of the servants getting up in the early hours. And they've been coming and going throughout the night. Some of them appear to be. There aren't that many of them. There are maybe 4 servants here who have been, tending the kitchen for the most part, as far as you're aware. So when you wake up, you can smell this wonderful kind of roast pheasant pouring out of one of the doors into in the hallway that you can smell through. But at no point are you offered to take part in it. In fact, one of the servants is kind enough to allow you an access to what appears to be their winter stores of like beef jerky. But beyond that, you're not cooked up anything. someone suggests that you could use the like servants' kitchen, their prepping space if you'd like, but they politely requested that you didn't use any of their food.
Except the beef jerky. You
Yeah.
said they opened the
Yeah,
stores.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
I propose a trade, some sprouts for the beef jerky.
They agree wholeheartedly. They're very happy with that.
I'll just give them like 2 huge like there's 4 of them, right? Enough for each of them to have like a good serving of sprouts. What I think is a good serving. So like
So it's a very big
It's a very
piled
big.
serving.
it's like if you take one of those big like what are those called? Like a panning for gold pan, and you just like 2 of those, just like a pile of sprouts.
Oh, I was thinking like one of those Ferrero Rocher towers you get, but made out of
Yeah.
But it's sprouts. Oh god, that's too good.
That's excellent. Oh yeah, we
I
forgot
love
about
it.
we
Jack's
forgot about
Christmas dinner.
Jack's. Yeah, Jack's Christmas dinner is. How'd that go? How did it go yesterday, buddy? How many did you get?
28.
28. You ate 28 sprouts yesterday.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
How did you fit that inside of you?
At the 20 mark, it was starting to hurt. Genuinely, I was quite bad stomach pains afterwards.
And you just kept going.
That's the whole. If your stomach don't hurt after your Christmas dinner, you've done it wrong. That's how our house lives. By.
When you told us about that and you said that's the real spirit of Christmas, I was like, oh my fucking god, that is.
Hey, are you sure you're not actually American? Because I feel like
It's not even that you had like a big meal either. It's that you had a big side serving of sprouts. Like it wasn't
I
like
had
the
the
main
big
part of
meal
the
as
meal.
well.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Oh my
sprouts
God.
isn't the main thing.
You
I
had-
had the full Christmas
You
dinner.
had the
a couple
full
of
meal
slices of-
and 28 sprouts.
couple of slices of turkey, couple of beef, mash, roast potatoes, broccoli, carrots, the whole lot, stuffing, pigs and blankets.
Are you ready to hibernate now for the winter? Is this what
Oh yeah, fully stocked up. I can't actually get out the chair.
I've not moved in days.
next day, like laying eggs. Oh no! Oh jeez! Oh god!
Oh my goodness, that was funny. Hey MC, how's it going? Okay, right, fucking hell. Anyway, you are surely enough not greeted by your new best friend Christopher Bindlebap.
Bindlebap.
Huh?
Oh.
Bindlebap. Is that a good name, Christopher Bindlebap?
I do like
okay.
that. Yeah.
But you are led out to the foyer and outside and led to the kind of the fence that you described that leads around the perimeter of the property. He described in some detail that you could follow the fence around to the north, and then a small stream will lead you in the direction that he sent the previous adventurers. And if that's what you guys want to do, that's what happens.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sure enough, you do locate the small stream, and it is. I mean, it takes you about an hour's walk until the stream starts to sputter out, and you can see that it goes into some kind of cavern. It was a small, underground river. No longer is accessible for you, and you are stood in the wilderness. You are in a dense forested area right now, and you've now got yourself off of the property of the reservation. You are no longer there, but you've got plenty of dense vegetation around you, and plenty of opportunity if you want to do some tracking.
Hey, Dodu.
I do too.
I came for some D&D, and I'm sitting here confused about sprouts. These guys have one of the cool items in Dungeons and Dragons is something called a bag of holding, which allows you to hold essentially as much as you want of anything in a big old bag. It's a very neat way to get around. You're carrying a fridge. How are you doing that? It's so heavy. You just put it in your bag of holding.
Yeah.
And these guys found a bag of holding and because I'd like to add stupid flavor to shit, the bag of holding has a unlimited supply of sprouts in it.
Mm-hmm.
We've got our character played by Katie, who's named Nurali, who really loves the sprouts and shares them with our giant bat companion, Nugget. And we have real life Jack, who also really loves sprouts. And on Christmas Day what's your record of it again?
36. That was a
36.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm glad you stopped before that this time so that you could keep the sprouts this time.
It's true.
Yeah. That's it. That's the idea. 36 sprouts. Isn't that bonkers?
That's a lot of sprouts.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Does it count if you don't keep them? I feel like that the record's lost if you can't keep them down, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've yet to not keep them down.
Oh, I thought that was the. Never mind.
Oh no! I'm not. No, they stayed down.
Very glad that we've been clarifying that now.
I think it's very important.
I could delve deeper, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, yeah.
Let's move on
continue.
anyway.
Let's move on.
Oh, I missed what he said.
That he
That's probably
could
for the
delve
best.
deeper. Yeah, let's move away from that. So we need our party members to come up with some way to track these giant beetle creatures that you are hunting. What do you do?
I'm in a guidance. Wait, am I good at survival? There's something naturey I'm good at, actually. I do have a +2 to survival. I do not have proficiency in it, though.
Are we in a forest as well?
You are, yes.
Favorite
Okay.
terrain.
My favorite terrain. Okay, what does it say?
That's a wall of text I have.
Difficult terrain doesn't slow me down. We can't become lost except for by magical means. I remain alert to danger. If you are trying to blah, blah, blah. Forage, you find twice as much food, blah, blah. While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long they passed through the area. How long ago they passed through the area. Cool, I didn't know
Okay.
that aspect. I would like to have a good old look for some beetly parts.
Okay. Can you give me a survival check, please?
I'm gonna guidance.
I will help because it turns out I have proficiency in survival.
I will provide emotional support.
well,
You could do this. I believe in you.
would Haiku rather do a survival roll and I'll help then? Because Haiku is better?
Haiku wouldn't get the natural
Okay.
explorer.
I'll do it.
benefits.
Yeah. I'll just help.
So I get advantage, right?
Yep.
And a D4.
I'm pretty sure I clicked it. Yes, there you go.
Oh. Hey. So often when people use the guidance roll, they get like a 1, and I'm like, what's the point?
It's 1 better than it was.
Yeah, you're right.
It helps.
Okay. So after spending some time in the local vicinity, kind of poking around, essentially what you're doing is you're looking for any kind of remains, any tracks, anything that suggests there's any disturbance in the kind of vegetation. You successfully find what looks like a mandible, like a full-on actual mandible, and it's the size of your arm.
Whoa.
It is massive on you. These things are kind of spiked and they look very, very tough. They are accompanied by a full hairy, what you believe is an arm plate of the chitinous shell of an Umber Hulk. Big, very tough, but you suspect that it is most likely of a teenage Umber Hulk. You think that perhaps you've found evidence that maybe not all of the Umber Hulks are fully matured, which for you is excellent news. Whilst you're investigating, you managed to find some tracks that you're able to follow for a good distance, actually. And it brings you further and further into the forest. Fortunately, because of your natural explorer trait, there's no indication that you're ever going to get lost. You've identified these tracks. You know, you're absolutely certain as to where the stream was, and you are able to just continue onwards. You meander slightly northeast for a little while, and you find some evidence of burrowing.
Okay.
It's made apparent to you that these umber hulks are the kind of creature that burrows.
Should we be sneaky?
What'd you say?
Should we be like sneaky if there's burrows around?
I mean, maybe right about now is a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Okay. In which case, I'd like some stealth rolls from all of our party, please. Oh!
I'm gonna
The-
pass
one of
without
the
a
best
trace.
spells. One of the best
Yes.
spells in the game, honestly. Pass without a trace. If you've got someone in your party who has pass without a trace, immediately the game gets so much more convenient for you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that adds a straight up +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna use a point of luck. Oh.
Okay. You rolled the wrong check there. It's not, you're looking for stealth, not sleight of hand.
I could have
Okay.
sworn I put stealth. They're both -1 dexterity anyway, so.
Oh.
Okay.
I should roll it again, Jared.
Okay, so
I
you're losing a
added
point of luck,
guidance
you
to
said?
mine, so I have a 20 total.
Okay. So we got a 20, 31.
Yeah.
Is that you've got a 32 that you've got there?
Mine's 32.
Oro?
Yeah.
Which one have you rolled one for?
Oh, no, I
Nugget?
haven't. I haven't rolled one. Nugget, no.
New gay.
Nugget.
New gay.
Oh, 32.
Okay.
Crikey.
So we got
Oh
some
my
very
God.
stealthy party
I mean,
members
that
here.
makes sense for a bat, you know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That's true. Not a fantastic roll from Haiku over there, unfortunately, even with the pass without a trace. But that does make a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of sense. Okay. So whilst you guys are carefully stepping through the undergrowth, you are enveloped by this spell that Oro has cast. Do you want to describe to me how that spell takes effect?
I'm not good at thinking of these sort of things. You're gonna have to help me.
No, I realize that, but I it would be unfair of me not to ask occasionally.
Wait, what's it say?
so-
A veil of shadows. Oh no, you do it. I don't know. Oh, I can't think of anything.
Okay. So when it comes to you casting spells, do you have a magical focus or do you use a spell ingredient bag?
I have that bone, don't I? That's the focus.
Yeah, you've had a bone since like episode 1, I think.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
very
I've
first
still got
episode.
that. Yeah.
Well, in which case you grasp this bone that you remember digging out from inside the sewer in Nesmith all the way back then. And you clutch onto it and you conjure up this veil of shadows that envelops all of the party. In so doing, I like to imagine that each of our party members now looks like they have like a filter over them that's just over them and their silhouette that is just slightly darker. It looks like you guys have just got like a shadow tool that's been placed on just you, and not around you and everything like that. And I like to think that your actual shadows themselves have disappeared from underneath your feet.
Oh.
So you find yourselves able to step through the underbush and stuff without having any, leaving any tracks, no traces. And you find yourself, it's sort of unnervingly quiet, actually, for a moment. You find yourself more and more conscious of the sounds of the forest around you because there is the absence of your own noise. And with that, you are able to find your way to a huge oak tree that has a massive hole in the base of the roots. Here, you have followed the disturbance of mud and dirt on the floor to this giant hole. It is, as you might expect, pitch black down there. Not
Is it?
magically so, but it is very, very dark.
Is it?
It is for everyone but Randall, who can just see directly down.
Well, I think a lot of us have dark vision too, so
That's true.
we can see
Yes.
for a range.
It's spooky.
Yes.
Sorry, not to ruin that for you, dogs.
No, it's all right. You could probably all see further than me because my vision stops at 120 feet.
Okay. Right. So I think does Oro have dark vision as well? That's a very good question, Torty.
I think so.
Yes, yeah, I do.
I think everyone other than me had it, and now I have other means.
But Haiku doesn't
Does
have
Oh,
it.
does
Haiku-
Haiku
either.
doesn't have it? Okay.
You've left Haiku.
I'll add to the effect.
Okay, so there is this huge pit in the bottom of the tree's roots. Is absolutely vertical. You can see that it is. I mean, it's the edges are sloped, but the hole itself just drops down. You can see that it's definitely been burrowed. It's not a natural formation. And whilst you can hear in the quiet dark just some
Skittering sounds.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can we see anything down there? You just said it was one.
It is.
tunnel? That's it?
So those of you who have dark vision can look down there, and your dark vision does not perfectly illuminate to the bottom of this hole. But you can see that the sloped walls occasionally have breaks in them, as if to indicate that this is, whilst it's a vertical pit, there are tunnels that lead off of the pit itself. Look at that little fucking wing tucked away.
On that.
What wing?
What?
Nothing.
It's a serious D&D podcast. You know what I mean?
Wait, turn your cams off.
Shit. But turn them back on in the right order.
How far down did you say it was?
I said that your dark vision does not see all the way to the bottom.
Can someone please describe what's happening? It's quite unsettling being completely blind.
Well, we haven't gone in yet, right?
Nope.
Oh,
No,
I thought we
Look
had-
this way, Haiku.
Yeah.
Oh, that way.
Look at the part of reality that has daylight. Remember up here?
Like he's just stood with a tree, like.
Zooming the tunnel.
Do we see any anything used by the previous adventuring party to get down? Like any rope left
Roll
behind?
me a perception
any-
check.
Okay.
Can I help?
Absolutely.
Now we've remembered the help action exists.
Help action.
We used to know that today.
25.
Oh, holy moly!
I am very perceptive.
Perceptive.
You see at the mouth of the opening there is a python,
Yeah.
python
I-
that is
I don't know.
dug into the dry earth quite heavily. But there is evidence of some rope around the end of it that's kind of been pinned to the ground, but it's frayed immediately as it has been broken.
Well, that's probably what killed them. I point at the frayed rope on the pitten, whatever.
Oh, that's unsettling.
Maybe, well, probably shouldn't do that then.
Well, as long as our ropes are good.
What
Can-
unless it was a beetle?
Yeah, can
Oh,
we tell what it
maybe.
was frayed by? Was it like gnawed or?
That's a very good question. Roll a perception check.
Okay.
24.
That's the gravity of the situation. I would like a perception check from Oro, please, since Oro is the
Oh.
person that asked the question.
Sorry. I thought
That's
she asked it out.
You were
kind of
just
out
you were just
loud.
excited.
Oh.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
I was just divining.
Okay. So giving it a good inspection, it is difficult to really tell. You can see that it doesn't have the hallmarks of being cut by like a serrated or sharp blade in any means. It looks like perhaps something else has cut at it. but after some real inspection, it looks like almost as if the pressure of the piton pushing it down, and maybe whatever it was holding, be it adventurers or anything else, maybe sheerly it just snapped.
Right.
That's your best guess at the moment.
Oh, I also wanted to make a note that I picked up the arm that we found, and
The
that
mandible or the arm plate.
both of them, if I can have them
Okay.
both.
If you want.
Bag of holding.
Of course.
The arm plate, considering your size, is the size of your torso.
Okay, definitely put that in the bag of holding. Definitely gonna hold that.
You could
Just
use
don't
it as a
get it on the
sledge.
sprouts.
Down a vertical hole.
You use it as a chest plate.
I need it.
Oh, you could fashion it into some armor.
I'll note it down. Probably can't do that right now, I assume.
No, not right this second.
We've got time. What do we want to do about going down then?
Does it look big enough for Nugget to fly down?
So it is about at the top of it. You think about 10 feet across. But as you are looking down, you can see that it gets narrower and narrower until it reaches the bottom.
Is it smooth all the way down, or are there any like stopping points? Are there any like little ledges on the way down?
It is the walls themselves are completely smooth. They look burrowed. So there's some jagged places where you get footholds maybe, but there are no purposefully placed like have a little stop
Right.
here. There's also unfortunately no handrails.
Is there an
There's no
elevator?
ladder. There's no elevator. No. But as I described, there are you can see at least two parts of the wall that look like they are tunnels off of the shaft.
How far down are they?
What the tunnels?
Yeah.
You suspect the first one is maybe 60 feet down, and the next one is almost exactly at the end of Randall's vision. It's about 120 feet down.
Okay, so I could get to those and have a look, see how far down it goes.
Could levitate someone down, possibly.
I mean, I can just run down. I could literally just run down the wall. By accident.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
And I can just run straight back up again. As long as I don't stop, it's fine. I just can't stop.
Don't get distracted.
No, no distractions allowed. I cannot stop.
Is that it? So I recognize. I know that monks can run across vertical surfaces.
Yep.
But are they? Is it that you can run
Level 9.
horizontally along a vertical surface?
Yeah, it's like Sonic the Hedgehog. You're just going so fast that you just.
You go. Yeah, but are you?
stick-
So it's,
You gain
go
the
along,
ability to
you're like,
move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move.
Does it say up vertical surfaces or across?
Along vertical surfaces.
Along vertical surfaces. So to me, that means sideways, right? Sideways along it, not up it.
Yeah, but then it also says along and across liquids. All right, fine.
I mean, I could be wrong. But this, what's the?
It's unarmored movement. The second level. of it.
Could you do like a wall jump like Mario, wall to wall?
Slide up the wall.
I mean, I would take that.
So I also have slow fall. That's just for falling.
What do you see a cool rock while you're doing it? That'll foil all your plans.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You could just spiral your way down.
Yeah, but I haven't got enough movement for that.
As long as you keep moving.
Well, I took keep moving to be like within my move. So the most I could move in one turn is 160 feet from move and dash.
I mean, it's up to
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that it needs to be within your.
Because if you continue to move throughout your whole turn on your turn, and then you continue to move throughout your whole turn on
Yeah.
your next turn, like, why would that?
Yeah, chronologically speaking, you wouldn't have stopped at any point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
What's the diameter of the tunnel? We can use maths. to figure out how far
Could
dogs
use
travel.
the maths. Could bring out the big brains, but then that's still not along.
But if you spiral, it's along.
Hmm.
It's like you're running so fast that you create centrifugal force.
Yeah.
So someone
create
on this
gravity.
particular comments thread has said, you get the ability to move along vertical surfaces, blah, blah, blah. They say, it is clear cut. A monk can move along a vertical surface however they want, as long as they keep moving. It's not clear cut.
No, you just said the same thing.
Lonely gamer.
Also, it says you can move on your turn without falling during the move. Once you stop, if you don't have something to stop on, you totally can fall.
Fucking
So, like, if you were
Jesus
running
Christ.
across, like, a pond or, like, a lake, and you finished your move over the water, you would fall into the water.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
It's only on your turn without falling, and then which is a bit weird.
Yeah, but
It's
I mean,
like-
it is a turn-based game, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Otherwise,
We're not
you could run across an ocean, which I think is not in the spirit of.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Randall's just gonna run
suspect
around
it's
the world. Give him a
Yeah.
minute.
I suspect it's about your ability to keep the momentum.
Yeah.
Which I would rule you probably could do vertically if you could get the run up.
Could you utilize the immovable rod?
Or you could.
Oh yeah, I could do that and climb it, no problem.
Yeah, okay. So I mean, I think the rules are a little bit unclear personally, because my interpretation of along isn't up, it's along. Prince of Persia-ing it, as Tortu said. But I am completely willing to be persuaded by some, one of our community rules lawyers. However, I will absolutely allow you to do it with the immovable rod. You can completely circumvent that.
Scrabble climb a movable rod it.
Yeah, 100%. And I wouldn't put a movement limit on that as well, because essentially
Okay,
you
so
put the
I can
immovable
actually
rod
just stop
and then get the yeah.
Okay, I want to make my way to like the first stopping point then, like that highest tunnel.
Okay, so you want to go for the first tunnel?
Yeah, the
okay.
60-foot one.
Because you're doing this and you are doing it in a way that is different from just pottering around on the surface, I'd like you to make another stealth check, please.
Sure, you don't want an athletics check.
Can I help? Oh, are you sure I can't help? Can I help?
So that's still got your.
It's still
I still got
14.
the 10. It's
Still
14.
got,
still.
still got your 10 from your pass without a trace, which gives you a 14 on your check. Still a
Also
very high
pass without
number.
a chase.
Yeah,
Pass without a
it's
chase as well.
Oh, pass without a chase and pass without a trace. Oh, verbal fluency problems, okay? Don't bully me.
I like pass without a
so-
chase even better though. 'cause that makes me
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. That D6 can go to Tom. Oh, thanks, Bryce. Much appreciated, buddy.
Why would you do that?
Guess who made the
Bryce.
list?
right when.
Run it, Randall.
Oh, it's too
Sorry,
late
wrong
now.
person.
You've shown your true colours.
Okay. Unfortunately, even with that roll, I did not successfully perceive Randall, as Randall deftly manages to use the immovable rod, their ability to slow fall, and their ability to move across vertical surfaces to correctly position themselves just at what looks like this kind of it's like you fall down the shaft like with style, occasionally stopping yourself with the immovable rod, doing a little pause and flip and continue it down. And you get to this break in the wall, and rather than it just being a surefire like tunnel off into another layer of this hole, this pit, this shaft, it opens up a little bit, and it seems like there is a layer of this kind of layer. Layer. There's a layer of this layer. Lair.
Very would say.
And it opens up into a small kind of cave in its own right. It is just stone and dirt in here. You can see there are some stalactites as well as some stalagmites along here. You can see that mostly the dirt in the area has been shoveled into little piles that appears to be kind of tacked onto the walls in different places. But for the most part, it is a kind of a stone structure that is a natural cave system. You can see that the stone itself has some unnatural markings in it that have kind of got like rough shorn parts in it that looks like it's been kind of tilled and moved around. So you suspect that these creatures are able to burrow through the stone as well as just the dirt.
Mm.
This is made even
Nasty.
more clear to you because at the other end of this open kind of cave structure, it is about 50 feet across. At the far end of this cave, within the kind of 40 to 50 mark, there are two huge beetle people almost. These umber hulks. They are kind of a rusty color. They've got these massive mandibles on the front of their jaw, as well as some antennae and small beady black eyes on what would otherwise be their forehead. These massive arms that you can see that are kind of chitinously armored, and huge two kind of legs that they're standing upright on. And they are tearing into and ripping off armor of a dead person on the ground in front of them, and then munching away at the armor.
Oh, not the person.
Like, there is some kind of plate mail, in fact, maybe on them that they've just torn off and then just started to chunk into.
Excellent. Glad.
And as you are watching this, some of the stone wall caves in slightly as another Umber Hulk rolls onto the scene, burrowed through the stone. They look like it was effortful for them, but they kind of just get tucked in as well. So there are 3 Umber Hulks in this room eating from the remains of what looks like 2 adventurers.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm.
They have not noticed you.
Can I want to like peer down the rest of the hole as well, like how far down that is.
Okay, let me just move you guys. You're all on the right page. I just need to pop Randall here.
Where'd you put me? Oh, there.
And
No. Oh, no.
say hello to our Umber Hulk friends. What I'll do is
Say hello to my Umber friends.
I'll put one here and enlarge it just so you can see it a little bit
Oh, I just zoomed in all the way as well.
better.
Whoa. Oh, hell no.
Ugh,
Nope.
don't like that.
I like it.
You can see further down the hole that the shaft does, once again, about 60 feet down, break off into what you think is another layer, and continue downwards until it hits a flat bottom.
Okay.
It looks like the shaft goes all the way down to the bottom of this, to the base of the shaft, and then it kind of breaks off into a corridor.
So there is something all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time I say shaft, I'm expecting someone to make a dick joke.
Yes, I think.
I mean,
we'll
if
I
focus-
was doing it in my mind.
Yeah.
We got so far.
Well, I'm going to go back up and report.
So once again, you use the immovable rod, your wall climbing skills, and you successfully get yourself to the top. I'm not going to ask for another stealth check to do so. And you appear. The rest of your friends are either maybe peering down or keeping an eye out on top, and they watch you deftly scurry up the walls, Mario jumping at the end.
Right, it's a real long way down. Like there's that first cave bit at, like you can see, and then there's another one, and then it's like that far again to the bottom. Like there's another one of those, like 60 feet down. And I saw some of them. I saw some of the Umber Hulk things, and they're huge.
Yeah.
We're tunneling through the stone.
Oh, I even actually misrepresented how big they are.
Oh dear.
They're even bigger.
Oh no.
Oh, big. They're
Christ.
real big. Like, I don't think you understand how big they are.
They can't even fit in the room anymore. They're so big.
Yeah.
And they were
Um,
like chowing down on some like armor from some people. Yeah, I think that might be some of the adventuring party. There are like 2 people there.
Oh.
And you said they can dig through stone?
Well, I mean, one burst through a stone wall, so.
Like the Kool-Aid man.
I was just about to say like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah. Do we think that this would even matter if we collapsed this nest then?
I don't know.
What do we
Did
have?
you see the explosives? The box.
I didn't like. I didn't see it obvious. Well, I mean, it was scary.
That's fair.
And I didn't
I'd
want them
rather
to
you
spot me.
live than die trying to see the box.
Like, you don't understand just how big they are.
Oh dear. And there's definitely no box around here, right? No big box that says explosives around here.
Not on the surface level, and not on the level that Randall was poking around at.
Okay.
Maybe it's deeper.
Yeah.
I didn't see it all the way. Did I? When I peered over the edge, I didn't see an obvious like crate or box in the bottom of the.
Not at the very bottom of the shaft, no.
Just not like it just fell to the bottom.
Hmm.
But I don't know how we all get down there.
How are we gonna? Are we? Like we're gonna just have to fight them, right? Because we don't have any explosives. Like if we don't find them in there, we're gonna just have to fight our way in and out.
We don't know how many there are.
Yeah.
And they like call each other or something.
They call each
Is the
other?
music appropriately spooky?
Yes.
How much is dirt and how much is stone?
I don't.
What?
Well, I have a scroll of transmute rock, which lets you turn mud to stone or stone to mud. Just thinking if you want to collapse it.
Oh.
I don't know. Some percentage.
Ah, okay.
But I don't know. I feel like Randall would have an idea.
Oh, so how are you asking? How much of the walls is stone and mud, etc.? Randall might make an estimate at about 75, 25. 75 being stone.
But like Ora said, if they can tunnel, does it matter if we cave it in?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Guess unless the weight of it kills them.
Yeah.
there's that.
Do you think your turret can collapse that? Doesn't it explode sometimes?
Yeah. Well, it would help. I might need a few. To be honest, flamer might be more useful if they're giant bugs.
Yeah.
Just burn them all. Just burn them all.
Maybe this just the explosives might be just really good.
Just burn them all. Just burn them all.
I start
Do
like
it.
itching. I'm kidding.
Just throw some bags of flour down there, right?
Just like cut a bag of flour and shake it out at the entrance and just let the powder fall.
Damn it. What are we gonna do?
Well, think most importantly, the biggest question is how we're going to get down there safely. Because I certainly can't just run down a wall.
I don't know if our rope is long enough to get down there either.
Yeah. Can Nugget... So you said Nugget can fit at the top bit, right?
Yeah.
But then it gets smaller down the bottom?
Mhm.
And Nugget couldn't fit down there?
Nugget could fit all the way to the bottom, but they definitely couldn't carry anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
They could maybe fit you mounted on top of them, like midway.
Yeah. Is it just made out of stone down here? Like if we went down this vertical path, or
Partly
is
stone, partly mud, yeah.
Yeah.
Partly dirt. Compacted.
Haiku, do you know how to make explosives?
Not according to the rules of the game, but it does feel like something Haiku should be able to do.
Given the right laboratory equipment, Haiku could probably put something together, but perhaps not right now.
Do we just go back and tell him that the explosives couldn't be found and that we need some more?
I mean, we could. I feel like he should have given us more if he had more.
Hmm.
Maybe we have a bio break because it's 9 o'clock.
Haha, that's a good time for a bio break.
Yeah.
Excellent time for a bio break. Okay. All right, team, bio break time it is. If you're new here, we tend to just go do our business, come back, get right into the action again. So hard to tell how long it's going to be. Go for a pee, hydrate, stretch or something. We'll be back soon.
Yes. Good summary. No, Grace, damn it.
Hello, chat. How was everyone's Christmas, if you celebrate it, that is, or whatever you did yesterday? Whatever you did. Hope it was good. It was goodly. I ate a chocolate, a singular chocolate, Tatu. Yesterday I had turkey. Yeah, we had turkey too. Turkey and beef. My dad did this year. Surprised by the beef. The beef was nice. How are you, Jack? I'm good. I'm very good, thank you. I've done absolutely nothing today because it's Boxing Day, and you don't do anything on a Boxing Day. It's forbidden. Gobbo good. Ooh, yeah.
Weather.
Is that a chocolate digestive?
It's a cookie chocolate digestive.
Oh, almost.
I
I
like
got
that.
a Galaxy selection box yesterday, which had a pack of Galaxy cookies in it, and not just chocolate.
Whoa!
I know, like
Damn.
selection boxes with cookies. That's 2021 for you.
That's top tier. Shit. God damn.
Wait, is Jack complaining about the cookies or happy about the cookies?
Why would I complain about the cookies?
I listen. You said it's 2021 for you. No one else has said
Immediately
2021 is
sounds bad
good.
to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
We're truly living in the future. Yeah.
Ah, that's what you're trying to suggest.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. I, on the other hand, was very generously given. I mean, many snacks. But one of the snacks I was given yesterday was Medjool Dates. Never tried them. So live on stream.
Oh, you're gonna try them on stream?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna try one now. They're fucking huge.
Yeah, they are.
Oh my god, they're massive. Look at the size of this man. Look at the size
Oh
of
my
this.
god.
Oh my god.
I thought dates were little.
It's like an organ.
It does look like some kind of heart.
Oh, I
Oh,
can never
well,
try
well,
one.
But okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they've got like a stone in them or something, right?
Oh, I don't know. Be careful.
We're getting
Could
a little
you
bit
dis-
of kombucha girl, like.
Would you describe the taste in 3 words? All of the words have to start with the same letter. This is your prompt.
Okay, it doesn't have
Maybe.
to
Not
be
easy,
so-
is it? It's not easy.
Maybe.
Yours is real and physical.
Yeah, but also much harder than. You gave me a stipulation of using the same letter. Really ridiculously raisin.
Ridiculously raisin, is that what you said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if I like it.
Hmm?
There's the stone. Or the nut. I don't know. It looks more nutty
I
than
thought
it does
that was the
stone.
same thing.
Well, I guess so.
I never called it a nut.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah, that's huge.
Sweet sticky sus. Yeah. That's good.
That's a good one.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm not sure I like them. I'm not sure I like them. They are very sticky. They are very sweet, but they also just taste like someone got a raisin and then just put steroids in it.
Steroids, no? Okay.
Oh my god!
Told you that's excellent.
The explanation with him falling at the end.
That's so good. I like that a lot. That's the kind of stuff that if you put on like the D&D subreddit or something, people would be like, first off, that's excellent, but also, that's not how the rules work. The rules say. It really is.
While
It
we're
truly
on
is
the-
the Umber Hulk of raisins, though. It's massive.
While we're on the subject of things that we were given, I have a long-standing tradition. Anytime coasters come up, of explaining to people exactly why coasters are fucking stupid the way that they're generally constructed. And I didn't learn for a long time that in other places that aren't quite as humid, the flat coaster is perfectly fine because liquid doesn't just come like roiling off the side of any cup and spill over out and onto the table you're trying to protect anyway.
Oh.
So I spent like years looking for curved coasters so that there would be like a little bowl to withhold
Wow.
the condensation. And it literally took me years to find some. So then somebody made me some coasters with curved edges
Oh,
as a
that's cute.
Christmas gift because I have twice in their presence gone on my coaster rant explaining why coasters are fucking useless unless they're curved.
I like that a lot.
That's cute.
My current coaster, so I probably do need to invest in some coasters.
Yes, yes.
Is, you know, in
Yes.
a box of chocolates, there's that like little sheet of whatever.
Yeah, they're like
Oh, the slightly wavy sheets.
They're like the wavy little.
it's like it's like corrugated cardboard, but made of
Yeah.
plastic.
yeah,
But just plastic, yeah.
yeah.
Smooth
So I,
corrugated cardboard.
well, this came out of you know, a box of chocolates, and I was like, well, I need a. It's all right. Does its job.
This one fits my beer perfectly.
Ooh,
good.
sounds fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm a fan of Medjool Dates. We tried them.
Yeah.
That was enough.
We did. So I didn't know
And
that
I
we were
love
gonna.
raisins as well. I'm very sad about not liking those. I really wanted to love those. Sorry, go on, Katie.
Oh, I was just going to say that I didn't know we were going to stop and have the break exactly when we did. So I had ordered food for myself because I got really hungry because I forgot to eat yet today. So I'm about to have to get up and go get that.
That's fine.
That's okay.
We have to continue on. It really is not adding anything very meaningful to this thing right now because she's just like, I can't run along surfaces or make explosions or really do any of that stuff. So I'm here for moral support, guidance.
I thought you were talking about roller coasters. Okay, all right. We'll continue on with our game of Dungeons and Dragons. Ba-da-da-da-da.
Dragons
That's
and
the
Dungeons.
official jingle of Dungeons and Dragons, by the way.
Wow.
Is that licensed? Is it?
Yeah,
Sounds like the Batman one.
it's very similar, but it legally distinct.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. So, you are currently at the top of this giant pit, this shaft.
I mean, we didn't magically appear at the bottom while we were gone.
Damn it.
I was trying to set the scene so we could get back into our characters. Docs
Sorry.
5. Let me do my job, okay? Randall is currently dangling off the side of a pit. There's lava below him.
Teleported to the realm of fire again.
Docs, you're too low down in the frame now. You've took your hat off.
For context, for everyone in chat, we had suggested to Docs that he wore that hat. He wore that hat today, and we just didn't acknowledge it. The joke was just going to be that Docs has this amazing turkey on his head, and no, we just don't even. Make a joke
It was
about
really funny, but you had to be there.
For us, it was very funny. For you guys, Docs was just wearing a turkey.
And everyone just acted
I'm
like that
talking
was
about it.
normal, and I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Nobody at any point was like, "This is very odd." Apart from, I think, was
Tortu.
it Tortu came in?
Yeah.
Tortu was like, "Why are you wearing a turkey?" No one else mentioned it. Or if you did, I was too busy DMing to notice. I apologize if you didn't get appropriate credit for noticing the turkey hat. Retroactively, credit will be given.
Retroactive.
Anyway. What's the plan, squad? Alpha team.
Jump in.
No. Don't do that.
I'm sure that that's my vote.
What else?
Sorry, go on.
You go. You go.
Do the walls have hit points?
Okay, I would like to make a suggestion.
What's that?
There's a swift moving on.
What a good start to a plan. It immediately gets vetoed.
Not veto necessarily, but maybe made into plan B or C.
Okay, all right.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
E or
Plan
F.
B for blow it up.
I was just gonna say, what else is around us up here, rather than. I mean, we could just see if the walls have hit points, I guess, if you want. But I would like to have a look around, maybe.
All right, give me an investigation check or an investigation check, please.
Okay, let me think. Which one of these should I do? Yeah, 16.
Okay. Nerily did say that she was going to, as a default, give you guidance, so I'll allow that for now.
Okay. 3.
Ooh, okay. You find after exploring the local vicinity, what looks to be quite clearly tracks in the dirt that have been that show signs of boxes and crates being dragged along the surface. So you can see that there are these straight lines that look like something has been pulled along, and they lead directly towards the pit. There is some of it's been disturbed somewhat by your own footprint. Well, not your own footprints, but the footprints of the Umberhulks or whatever else. So they aren't immediately obvious when you're at the pit itself. But as you look around, you can see that there was originally a place where they were stored. In fact, at that position where you originally you find that the tracks of these boxes have been led, there is evidence of carts that have been moving through the forest. A very small cart that's kind of pulled by one person rather than a horse, like a wheelbarrow kind of size thing, and a small crate there itself. It is opened topped, and it looks like it has kind of like firecrackers inside of it, like these small red tubes that are reminiscent of dynamite, but they are certainly not like a big explosive. You suspect that using them you could gain someone's attention, or maybe use its incendiary abilities else in another fashion. Though you don't suspect that they will have any kind of sizable damaging explosion.
How many are there? No.
There are 5 of them in there. It's a very small little box. Good night, Snorts.
Good night.
Thanks,
Super.
Dan.
Thanks for hanging. Guys, I found some firecrackery things.
Firecrackers?
Yeah. They'll help, like, distract, if anything. They're not the dynamite we thought we would find, but...
I mean, can you be sure until we light one?
We're not lighting one here. Am I pretty sure it's a firecracker and not a stick of dynamite?
It's too small to be what you've otherwise seen as an explosive. It has a fuse, but beyond that, it's a very thin instrument. I want to see some Sekiro level shit from Haiku, where you throw out like tons of firecrackers in a line at the same time and they all go off.
Hope we agree
was
to not
gonna
bring
say-
that game up again, Tom.
That was mostly for Torty.
Are you fighting a monkey?
A beetle. Many of them.
Potentially many beetles. Yes.
Can you make an explosive out of these bits? She says to Haiku. Almost said to Tortu. Oof, names are a little bit too similar.
I will relay that question to Tom.
Are you asking that whether or not you could make an explosive out of all the firecrackers? You suspect that you could make one small detonating device if you combined all of the firecrackers into one, using what remains of its, what you suspect were incendiary ingredients. It would not be. It would be the equivalent of the lower level detonation of your turret at half of the radius.
Okay. What if I were to shove this makeshift dynamite down the turret's barrel and then detonate the turret?
You
Strap it on the side of the
could.
turret.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would allow you to add an additional level of the damage to that.
Okay.
Like
Depends
one
on
extra
what
die.
kind of explosive that is, and whether that would actually set it off or not.
What if I then cast Shatter on it?
No, that would just break it. It wouldn't explode.
What if I
can do them in
shout?
the same action? Because
Oh.
the exploding thing's a bonus action.
Oh. What if I shout bang really loudly when it happens?
What about if I mime an explosion
Ah!
at the
What if I
ground?
paint it yellow?
Yeah.
Very convincing.
What if we
plans
write
here, friends.
TNT on it in red paint?
Just believe
Randall,
it's an
do you think you
explosive.
could go look again to see if the box is down there?
Well, you can see that there are pathways, like I said, those tracks, as if a box has been dragged towards the shaft. That is evidence enough for you to believe that there is probably at least a crate down this shaft somewhere.
Yeah, I can try and find where it is. Or maybe if it's like unattended, I could move it somewhere where we could set it off with a smaller explosive.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go back down, I guess.
Wait, before you go. Maybe you should take firecracker with you.
Oh.
So that if something happens, you could like light it and throw it as like a distraction technique,
Ah.
and then you could
Yeah.
get back out of here.
Okay, how do I light it? I have a single match! Picked that up in like episode 1!
Oh, nice.
We got so many callbacks to that episode today.
Yeah.
I literally have a single match.
I
At
love
no
this.
point have you thought I might buy a box of matches. You got.
I got my match, my trusty match. Been with me since the beginning.
There you go.
Literally an end of the year episode. Yeah, right. All the callbacks coming in now.
It's the cheap episode right at the end where it's just rehash of all the stuff that you've already seen.
You'd
Flip
say
show.
cheap. You'd say cheap, but I've seen the person hours that go into making the highlight clips for Jenny. So
Yeah, it costs you editor time, but it doesn't cost you
Yeah.
filming studio time.
that's true.
Right, well, I'll do that then. I'll take a couple of the firecrackers.
Okay.
Okay.
Get my single match ready. Movable rod, and I'll skip the first one because I know it's not there, and I go straight to the second one.
Then I would quite like you to make a stealth check,
Gardens.
please.
Thank you. The stealth. And guidance is 1d4, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, it probably doesn't actually matter, but
How long does Pass Without a Trace last?
I think it's an hour.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's an hour. Yeah.
Okay, you're still good then.
21:31.
Oh my god.
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Okay.
He's a stealthy boy.
All right. Using using Haiku's immovable rod, and your ability to slow fall, and your verticality, you find yourself.
Along the wall, straight down.
No, you can do along the wall, all the way down, just spinning.
I like one of those penny things.
Yeah.
Corkscrew.
Yeah.
So you find yourself on a deeper layer to this layer.
Find myself on a deeper level.
You discover things about yourself that you didn't know you
I don't like beetles.
And you, peeking around the corner, find a room that you can see that is rammed full of crates and barrels, which appear to have, you suspect, explosives in them.
Oh.
You can see that many of them have like the smaller firecracker things that you've got on, but kind of beefed up, much chunkier. This is the mother load. Almost all of these crates look like they would require 2 people to carry.
Okay, so then I ain't gonna move them. But someone's moved them and put them here, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So maybe this is where they wanted it to be blown up.
You can see that there is a small pack on a skeleton that is in the center of the room to your left. On the right, you can see that there is an Umber Hulk that is curled up as if kind of in a ball. And you can kind of hear chittering, snoring.
Oh.
Okay. I want to. So when you say a pack, do you mean like a backpack? Okay, I'm gonna go sneak over to that, I guess.
Sure.
Carefully.
All the buzzwords.
Yeah.
Okay.
With caution.
With caution, Randall moves across the room towards the pack that is by the explosives. Could you please make a dexterity saving throw for me?
But I was being careful.
Yeah, I wouldn't have given you the opportunity if you hadn't been. Oh no. No.
I'm going to, in this moment, remember the night before where, I just like seen all these amazing snooker shots going off.
Yeah,
Sorry,
those
snookle
those snookle shots. Wow.
going off.
Yeah.
Like curving all this way and that way.
Oh,
and
they were curving all over the place.
I'm just like, just before my foot like hits the floor and just like curves a little bit differently.
Oh,
To not.
Oh.
thank goodness. And you're going to use your inspiration point, is what
Yeah.
you're describing to me.
Yeah,
Is that without the context of the inspiration point, it just sounds like I'm going to pause right now and just remember this really great game of pool I watched last night.
Before I die.
It was so good. I
Yeah,
want to spend
but
a
using
lot
my
of
inspiration point gained from that moment.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. So you catch yourself just about to stand on what looks like a piece of the ground that is less stable than otherwise. You suspect that whilst the majority of this ground is dirt overlaid stone, that this one area has maybe been burrowed through at some point. Compacted dirt has come back to place itself there, but actually it's not got any stability to it. It's not really something that someone could put any real weight on. And it kind of, some of the dirt shifts just a slight bit whilst you're even remotely close to it, like it's about to trickle down maybe and fall to a layer below. Fortunately, you do not stand upon it, and you are safe to move around the rest of the room. You can see there is a kind of this gross pool of what looks like kind of thick mucus in the southwestern side.
Good job, I'm not cursed.
Cursed to go a munching.
No.
Yeah, I want to get to that pack. I want to see what's in the pack.
Okay,
Quietly.
so you
I gotta get the goop. It's full of it's full of bells. It's just like
I gotta get the goop in me.
the goop.
Thanks for the bits for that sound, because that is a very I'm very glad that you made that into a sound alert, Jenny.
It was great. Works for
That's
so
a
many
good one.
different things, you know. Hey,
Hey,
Zaz.
Zasleen. I love that.
Appropriate at all times.
GIF has a cat moving into the hat. It's like the hat isn't there already.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you move across the room and you see there is this skeletal remains at the base of this pile of kind of crates and kegs. And you can see that the skeleton had a kind of like a sleeping roll on their back, as well as this pack that has like a backpack kind of thing. You can see that there's a whole box of matches,
I keep
as
my
well as hallelujah,
Quest complete.
as well as like a
was it?
spark, kind of like a piece of flintstone. Like what do you call those?
flint and steel.
Flint and steel.
Like a flint and steel, like kind of little thing as well. You can see that there are some, unfortunately, some soiled underpants in there.
Ooh.
Tucked away
Sell
in
those.
side pockets.
Hello.
Genuine adventurous soiled underpants.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Someone will want them.
But you can also see that there is a note that has been scribbled there as well.
Yeah. Can I?
Alongside it,
Mhm.
there is a real genuine feather. Oh no.
Oh shit.
That's good on this lifetime.
Very without going near the feather. Very careful operation to grab and like peel the note away.
Yeah, okay. All right. Will you successfully unravel it, quietly as you are, with your incredible stealth roll? And you give it a read. It is a letter from Christopher Bindlebap, our friend, that describes someone shit themselves and then decided to record it for prosperity. Yeah. So it describes in the letter essentially that if one were to try and eradicate a nest of Umberhulks, they would want to do so where the eggs were laid, in order to at least, if not to just in any way bury them, because that would be pointless, but also to, if possible, stop their extended proliferation. And that's what is written, and it's signed soberly Christopher Bindlebap.
That's an odd signature. That's the signature of a drunk person. Okay. How many matches are in the matchbox? Very cool.
You know what? I don't think from now until the day this
Okay.
game ends,
Alright.
you're ever going to run out of matches.
Okay, you're going to regret saying that, I'm sure. In some
Maybe.
It's a box of holding, but it can only hold matchsticks. So you
Yes, there you
pull
go.
out matches and it just never ends.
What? You've built a boat out of matchsticks? Okay. Well, there are clearly no eggs in this room, right?
Correct.
So I'm leaving. I want to find some eggs.
Okay. Where you going?
I guess all the way to the bottom. I think that's the only place I've not been.
All the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Back into the shaft. You deftly maneuver it. As
Got a lot of
you,
experience with the
I
shaft
really
now.
love the idea of you doing like a Sonic run as you just.
Yeah.
Well, like the legs that Tortu drew.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. The legs
what
that
it's like.
Tortu drew. Yeah. Running sideways around it.
As long as I've got my rings, I'll be fine.
That's the thing. Like if you take even a single point of damage, you lose all your rings. You stand
Yep,
still
and
and
then
then you
you
fall. Okay. So probably only 30 feet down is the end
Okay.
of this shaft now from where you are. I think I might have described it as otherwise previously, but my memory's not that good and I don't care. So
Doesn't even matter.
so keep falling down the shaft and into down here a small corridor.
Oh, come on. They drew
Burrowed.
it that way on purpose.
Don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know what you're talking about. You're seeing
Into
things.
the shaft, into the shaft.
I don't want to do this much exploring on my own. Can I go and look around the corner
You can do whatever you like.
Yeah, that's what I
Carefully.
don't like. Carefully. Looking for compacted dirt that might not really be compacted.
Sure. Okay.
Because I don't have another inspiration.
All right. Well, the
Why is this bit
The-
ribbed?
For your pleasure.
Yes.
There you go. Being kidding.
it's for your pleasure. Why is it ribbed? You can see that the kind of the ceiling of the tunnel here gets a little bit kind of higher. This is kind of more compacted dirt than it is stone as you dig down here. That has been burrowed by the Umberhulks.
I want to get a careful eye on around the corner.
Well, your careful eye illuminates. What doesn't illuminate shit? It's very dark down here, but doesn't matter to you.
It doesn't really matter.
What you can see here is that this is filled with eggs. These little green, kind of slightly shining stones appear to be eggs. There's a very convenient kind of like shaft of stone in the center of the room on the far right there that you suspect would be some kind of would be an excellent place to put an explosive if you wanted to collapse this entire thing. In each of these alcoves, there are these small eggs that are tucked away. Unfortunately, on top of them, each is a sleeping Umberhulk.
That's not what we wanted to hear.
No.
Hi, Noko.
I don't think this is a solo job, Doc.
Oh, no way. This is reconnaissance only. Given that all the explosives are on the wrong floor.
Yes.
What if you use an explosive to collapse the explosives?
Explode the explosives into position and then explode them. All problems can be solved with more explosions.
Blow it up.
That sounds like an artificer or a wizard speaking. Evocation wizard. What's the worst that can happen?
I think there's actually a quote like that in the Tasha's contract.
Excellent.
Cheerfully snoozing Umberhulks,
Okay, well,
purring away with their chitters.
I've not seen. There's no. Is there any like marks of someone having dragged a box of explosives this far?
No.
And there's no sign of a box of explosives further down in the near the pillar
Nope.
of good exploding point. Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna leave then.
Okay.
All the way out.
All the way out to the top of the shaft.
Yeah.
All right, you climb that shaft. You work it real good. As you get to the top, you find yourself surrounded by friends. No Umberhulks.
What always happens? Never mind.
Well, I've got good news and bad news.
Yeah.
The good news is I found all the explosives.
Okay.
Bad news is
That's
they're
good.
on the wrong place. They're on the wrong floor.
Oh.
Oh.
And there's like 30 sleeping Umberhulks. Well, maybe not 30, but there's a lot between those explosives and where they need to be. Also, I found this letter from a sober Bindle, whatever his name is.
Fiddlebap.
Bindlebap.
Oh.
I don't believe it. He is sober, but it says like you should put the explosives by the eggs because that destroys the eggs, and then there's less Umberhulks. But the explosives are like huge. We need 2 of us to carry them easily.
Oh no.
Some artificers ask the hard questions. Couldn't there be even more collateral damage? That's a good quote.
That's
I
literally
knew
for
it.
the artillerist. That's the
I
quote.
like that a lot.
There is a good spot to blow up. There's like a pillar that looks like it's holding up a whole ceiling,
Oh.
surrounded by umbrellas,
Oh.
sleeping
Oh.
on eggs.
So it's a good thing we came in the daytime.
Do you have that hush money, which silences an area, for 10 minutes?
That might be enough time. Like if we brought so we could bring all of the boxes down from the higher floor and like to a staging area, and then silence it and just move them all in.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
How?
There is one sleeping by the explosives, but we'll have to take care of that one somehow. Quietly. Or just leave it alone.
We could silence that one.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to take care of it, or not.
Well, if we fight it, they'll all know that we're here. So, oh no, that's not going to work actually, is it?
How long do you think it would take to move the explosives to the new area? Maybe 10 minutes is all we need?
I mean, it's not very far, but there is a 30-foot drop that you'd have to negotiate. So you might need to like lower them down on a rope or something.
We have rope, don't we? I'm sure we
Yeah.
had rope from the last place.
And then also I suppose we can get them all in place, and then you can all get out, and then I can like blow it up, and then we can run. Because otherwise, like, you got to try and get out while the fuse is going, which might be a really short fuse, and that would not be good.
Yes, that was the one thing we were warned about.
Mm-hmm.
Thing. Okay. How are we gonna get down there?
Rope.
I could levitate down there and just cast it on myself.
Can you levitate the explosives?
Yeah, you can levitate objects.
Are they?
Wow.
That's a lot of spell slots.
I love how many ingredients we have for a plan here. We've got hush money, we've got levitate, we've got this amazing pass without trace that's super helpful for you. You've got so many little bits of plans, but we've just yet to string them together into one that makes sense.
It's getting in the hole is the problem. Don't quote me on that.
Should write that down as a sound clip. Time
No.
2, 3.
God damn it.
The problem for me is that I don't have anything that helps with this. Nothing. Except maybe being the person who lights the fuse and then flies out.
I brought the monk running up a wall conversation to the devs at work. Now they are fighting.
Good work.
What does that mean that at least one of them is on my side?
I think so. The single Umber Hulk sleeping by itself on that not lowest floor, but just whack the turret right next to it, and if even so much as flinches, just... oh no, flame it, and I'll explode it.
That might alert all of them though, right?
True.
I think most of them are on your side. Let's go.
Nice.
But your side is the boring side.
I know
Where
it's
I can't
boring,
just
but
run
I
up
think
and down the walls.
it's more accurate to the rules as written.
Yeah, it makes
It might
more
not be
sense.
rules as intended, but it is rules as written, in my opinion. What you do is take this to Susie Dent.
You're right.
She's really good at
Dictionary corner.
Yeah,
Only
dictionary corner.
dictionary
Describe the word
corner.
along, please.
Well, they did that on Taskmaster. Whenever there was iffy wording for a task, they'd be like, "Well, I DM'd Susie Dent from Countdown," and
To be fair, if you tweeted her, she'd probably reply.
I don't know if I have anything helpful here either.
Do we have enough rope to get us down?
I have a rope.
Yeah,
we
me
could tie the
too.
ropes together.
I don't have a rope anymore. I think I lost it or gave it to someone.
Can't remember how much footage of rope we agreed we had last time. It was quite a bit.
I thought there was 3 ropes.
Well, I thought you had
Each is
the,
50.
I thought you had the rope, because you made sure to get it from the mouth of the cave, the last one you were in.
Yeah. So we've got like 150 feet of rope, but tied together it would be slightly less than that, right?
Yeah.
It's 120 feet down though. That'd be nothing.
Yeah, that should be like enough.
30 foot of knots.
Wait, no, it's not
That's just
120
from the
feet down.
last-
No, it's 120
feet.
feet takes you down to the second floor. It's
And then
another
it's
30
30
feet
feet.
down after, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 60 to the
150
first, 60 to the second, and another 30.
Oh, okay. Suspiciously exact.
I mean, nature works in mathematical ways, right?
Yeah, you know that, Jack.
Most of the
Does.
time.
Yes.
It weirdly does in lots of cases.
That's... don't get me started.
But well, you don't have to do it all in one go. Like we could all go to the middle one, the first one, and then from there we could all go to the second one. Just be careful of the 3 that are munching on the 2 dead adventurers.
2 what?
They're 2 dead adventurers.
Okay.
Cool.
Great.
Well, they're munching on the armor of them,
Oh,
or at least they were when I last was there.
okay, that makes it better. Yeah.
They've left the adventurers alone, I assume.
But I mean, they are dead. I don't know how they died, but yes. Or they're very good actors. I couldn't consider that.
They're playing dead real good.
They're miming it.
Yeah. They're miming having their arm taken off.
Okay, I guess we go down then to the second one, and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a lot of explosives to move.
Well,
Although I don't know if we need to
fortunately,
move all of them.
fortunately, you've got at least 2 weeks to think about it. As we end our game here. Next, we will not be playing next Sunday because it is Doc's birthday. Happy birthday to him. In a week. But we'll leave our game not on a cliffhanger, but on a
Well, we
what
are
will
hanging
happen?
presumably
Yeah, I
off
mean,
the edge of a
yeah.
cliff.
Mhm. Pretty close to a shaft.
Well, so what was the big bad end guy in your D&D campaign? Oh, it's this massive hole. I had to get into it.
I mean, it's easy for Randall to get back up.
Yeah, I'm
Or
fine. As long as I've
for-
got
or
the
for
removal
Nugget.
rod.
Yeah.
I mean, I can fly for a minute.
That's true.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Nugget.
I mean, Haiku can cast levitate on themselves. And
Yeah, it just takes a while to get up. You've got to scramble up the wall.
Well,
Yeah,
surely
you
you could
just
just like
push.
throw yourself up and come
Yeah.
shooting out the top and then get stuck in the sky.
And just not lose momentum, just keep going.
He'll come back down in like 3 weeks. He'll be fine.
It's like a balloon. You just put a little like return address on it.
Yeah.
Partly
It's just like 3 days later, a sleeping haiku just comes floating down.
Aw.
So we'll leave it there. Who knows how our party will deal with moving explosives, or what they'll do, but we'll find out in a couple of weeks'
Probably
time.
with excitement. I'm sure it will all go smoothly.
I'm sure it'll all be a-okay,
We won't
inching
have to
towards
fight
the next
anything.
level up,
Mhm.
slowly but surely.
It's going to be
Getting
exciting.
closer.
Hell yeah.
But for now, thank you everyone for joining us. We're gonna watch us play some D&D. Thanks everyone for playing. I hope you guys had happy holidays, and if we don't see you in Jenny's chat or something before then, I hope you have a happy new year.
That's it.
See.
Scene.
See.
Good job. All right. See you next time. Oh, Rain, take a look after the
Aw.
sub.
Good
I went to
eggs.
Sky. Oh, thank you, Rain. That's very sweet of you.
Good
Happy New
eggs.
Year. All right. Talk to you all later.
Mhm.
Be good. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.